Hello. It's happy hour. Thumbs up for happy hour.
I don't know.
On a Monday. This is so funny. Like, I just started messing with the schedule. It used to always be Wednesdays. And then just recently, it's like, why does it have to be Wednesday? So we're going with the Monday happy hour.
I love it. Could be any
Welcome.
day.
I know, a happy hour every day? Perhaps. I'm so excited that you were available and willing. You are the Aries baddie that comes to my mind. I was like, who can I have on happy hour that has like Aries energy? And it was immediately Katherine.
Oh my gosh. I'm flattered. Keep going.
That is very Aries of you. It's like, no, stop, keep going.
No, stop. But keep talking all the good things.
Do you want to tell the people a little bit about who you are, what you read, kind of your general vibe?
Yeah, sure. Hello, I'm Katherine from the channel Katherine Zofree. I do both the booktube and the bookstagram and sometimes the TikTok. Very infrequently in all places, but I am present in all of those places. My main focus right now is romance all the time. That's mostly what I do, with an occasional fantasy and, like, honestly, mostly just the Grishaverse.
Yes, that is what I do, like, associate that with you.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm romance, but also shadow and bone. That is who I am.
It's like the two, like, the circles of your Venn diagram, I feel.
Yeah, they really are.
It's so funny because I think like, you and I have talked about this before, but like Ben Barnes in Shadow and Bone is like everyone's man crush, but specifically your crush. Is like you are first in line.
Yes.
And when Shadow and Bone, like season 1 came out, my boyfriend found like a clip of Ben Barnes singing, and sent the clip to me and was like, "Oh, this guy can sing. Like I have a crush on him." And I was like, "You're gonna have to get behind Katherine."
Sorry, I'm first. He sure can sing. I've been to 2 of his concerts. He's only had 3.
That is a flex. Like, I'm gonna tell him that when he gets home, and he'll be so jealous.
Yeah, I got to meet him technically twice, so
Did you like hold it together, or did you fangirl?
I mean, the first time was after his first concert, and it was so, like, it was funny because it was, like, not a ton of people, but it was very, like, stage door vibe, so it was just, like, getting photos, like, very quickly, and so it was just one of those things of, like, I'm here, it's happening, let's take a photo. Listen, Ben Barnes, I am free any day of the week. Just hit me up. Wedding plans, I got a Pinterest board.
Yes. It's in the works.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Love it.
But I was super chill. I was more chill meeting him than I was meeting Lee Bardugo. So, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Kept it together. Hello. I love planning weddings. Even like internet crush weddings. Maybe those are the best ones to plan.
I feel like those are the best ones. This happy hour is actually just going to become us planning my wedding with Ben.
Now just fantasy wedding planning.
I feel like he'd be into the fantasy vibes, you know. Do like a very like foresty type deal. I don't know. Yeah.
I love it. Like, what are the now we're committed. What are the colors?
I'm thinking like a forest green, you know, like some very like earth tone type colors.
Okay.
Yeah. Something, I don't know, something Renaissance-y for the dress. some fairy white lights. So Samantha says a dragon. Yeah, why not?
Obviously.
This is a fake wedding.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. Sure.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah.
Beverage check. Honestly, the only beverage within reach is my Truly. So that's a record low for me.
I have a white Zinfandel in a teacup.
Scrumptious in a teacup. I don't know why that just gave me like Alice in Wonderland vibes. Like that feels like something that
it does. Would do. I feel that. Or maybe like something he'd go for something a little bit harder though.
Right.
Mad Hatter would be like a whiskey guy.
Yeah. Queen of Hearts is the white Zinfandel. New genre unlocked. Fantasy wedding. Give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Only having one beverage. It is what it is. It doesn't happen often, but I guess it's just one of those days. New hairdo, new habits. Yes.
New hairdo, new you.
I've changed everything just by changing my hair. Jan's boyfriend like texted like through Jan and was like, OMG, like you must like what's the crisis that warranted a new haircut? And I was like, nah, fair, but no crisis. Not this time.
I feel that. Last time I got bangs, I went to work and my boss came in and was like, "Oh my gosh, you got bangs!" I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" I was like, I mean, fair question to ask, but no, I just wanted bangs.
That's awesome. That's like, are you like now you know if she gets bangs, like you have to ask.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Should also be at your wedding. Truly? Or what was this in reference to?
The teacup wine?
Oh, the teacups. Yes.
I feel like that would be
that would fit really like the forest Renaissance vibe.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Something
the Pinterest
whimsical.
board is coming together as we speak. Every time it's an accident.
What does that mean?
This makes me concerned for you. Do you need a new hairstylist? Maybe.
I got some recommendations.
Growing up, we went to like a neighborhood hairstylist that was like a friend of my mom's. And I remember I would always leave and my hair would be like way shorter than I wanted it to when I was a kid. And she'd be like, "Oh, I could just cut your hair all day." And I just remember sitting there like as a shy kid, like, could you not though? Like, I don't want you to cut my hair all day.
No, though.
Like, what if you just did what I asked you to?
Always the fear.
I'm too shy. No. Find someone else. Oh no.
It is hard, like finding a hairstylist, like especially because I have curly hair. So
yeah, can't even imagine. As soon as I like moved back to California from the Midwest, I was like, oh no, gotta find someone. The same person did my hair like all 4 years when I was over there. And then I found someone, loved her, and she's done my hair for the last like 6 years. So
there you go.
I didn't have to try.
You just got to find that magic person.
Yeah. Yes. Also, thanks for this. You are so cute. You're so cute. Yeah. What's up, dude? What are you reading? What's happening?
Oh, I'm reading a couple different things. I have a bunch of books that I'm supposed to be reading right now because we have the LA Times Festival of Books, not to flex, but I am moderating a panel there.
Yes, we have to talk about this.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. But so I have like a couple of the author's books I'm still working on reading because my panel is about like writing both YA and adult romance. So I have to read like a couple of their YAs. But the problem is I kind of 2 weeks ago, started reading all of Lisa Kleypas's books. Are you familiar with
Okay.
Lisa Kleypas?
Yeah, I haven't read any of them, but I can like picture the covers in my head.
Yeah, very classic, like historical romance
Yes.
vibes. So, yeah, 2 weeks ago I started, and I've so far made it through 14 of her books.
Oh my gosh.
It's insane, like actually crazy.
Yeah, that's quite the binge.
So I've been binging her books, but then also reading the books for festival. So yeah.
Nice. I am devastated because I can't go to LA Festival of Books. It's like the one Saturday that I have to work because it's an event that I planned, and I picked the day that it would be in December. So I was like, nothing can be happening. I was not thinking about April when I planned this event in December. And then I just put the pieces together a couple weeks ago and texted Christine, panicked, like, I played myself. I have to miss Katherine's panel. Like, why am I like this? Christine is like, you're a bad friend. How could you do this? Like, I'm worse. She's like,
I mean, like,
call out sick. I'm like, it's my event. I can't.
It's totally fine. In your defense, I don't think we like solidified that I would be doing this until like a month ago. So
I mean,
I didn't even know in December that I'd be doing it.
Still cool. I mean, I would have loved to just go to LA Festival of Books. And then knowing that you were doing a panel and that I had to miss it is like, just twist the knife, like just
so sad.
Big ouchie.
Yum.
So cool.
Yay!
Did you get to choose like the panel topic? Like, how does that all like come to be?
That is such a great question. So
if you could talk about it.
Well, so it basically it kind of came to be like pre-pandemic. LA Times talked to the Ripped Bodice and was like, hey, we would love to do love for you guys to take over the like romance portion of the festival, basically.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, which is awesome because no one really understands romance. It's so funny because romance is like the highest grossing genre in publishing, and yet they like always underestimate it.
So funny.
So yeah, so 2020 was supposed to be like the first year that the store was like in charge of romance, and then everything happened. So last year, we were finally able to do it. I think it's my boss who like decides like who's on the panel. They like talk to a bunch of different authors, see who's like available, find kind of like the correlation between the authors, and then create like a panel from there. So we have like 4 different panels. Me and one of my coworkers are moderating 2 of the panels. So yeah.
So cool. Oh my gosh, so fun. Saw your name and also Ashley.
Nice. Yeah, Ashley. I'm hanging out with Ashley Herring Blake, which is very fun. I do feel fancy.
I did screw myself. I played myself, and after I realized what happened, I was like, did we just plan it the same weekend, or like did I do this? And I went back to like LA Festival of Books Instagram, and they had announced their dates before like October or November. So I was like, well, okay, before I plan this event, because this is an annual event at my job, was like, before I plan next year's, I'm gonna check. I'm not doing this 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, I know, because they don't really, it's 2 days, so it's Saturday and Sunday. I'm there on Sunday. So, yeah.
Bummer.
It's a good time.
I mean, you're going to have a great time. I'm just going to have FOMO. But this is also a good question. Do you know if it will be streamed at all?
Yeah.
Did I completely drop off? Let me see if I could change my input quality. Am I just gone?
Hold on. Wait, I think my Wi-Fi. Am I back?
Oh, I thought it was me. Yes. It could very well be me or you or both.
Could be one of either of us.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. I think I could change. Is it here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe that will help me a little bit. Not have my HD quality webcam on.
There we go.
I don't know if I cut out or if you cut out, but Paige asked if we will maybe be able to stream this somewhere and catch it.
I don't think so. As far as I know, no. It might be through the like LA Times Festival website, but
okay.
That's all. Like, it's so funny because it's like we're running like the romance panels and setting up all that stuff, but like we don't actually have anything to do with the actual running of the event. So, yeah.
Oh, funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very uninterested. Catherine's
like, ooh,
secret, and you cannot watch it. You cannot.
You can't see it anywhere.
Oh my gosh! I do want to come back to this really quickly. I do plan to read this. I wanted to read it for Christine's Patreon book club, and I completely just didn't get to it. But it is on my list. Are you planning to read this, Katherine?
I really want to, because pirates. Like, yeah. I also have a special edition of it, of course. So
of course you do. That's what I should have asked you to do, is tour us around your special edition.
Hello, welcome to whatever's happening here. I think it's like right here. I can. Oh
my!
You guys get to watch that
happen in real time.
Here it is.
Wow, that is like way prettier than I even expected.
Yeah, it's like
what edition
like,
is that?
It is. Yeah, this is M pages. I'm kind of obsessed.
Oh my
This is the Fairy Loot Illumicrate. It's one of those two. Fairy Loot.
Fairy Loot. Dang. That is a stunner. The last Fairy Loot book I got, I was like kind of unimpressed with the quality of the book and also the quality of the book. Like, I rated it 3 stars, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm a little bit hesitant for the rest of their editions, but that looks fire and I want one.
I know, it's kind of a mixed bag, because I get their adult, like it's their book only, which is A-okay with me. I don't really need all this stuff that like goes with a lot of book boxes. Yeah, kind of hit or miss sometimes.
I know, because sometimes they throw in like little tchotchkes or fan art or random stuff, and I just don't really have any use for those kind of things. And then I feel like I'm just paying extra for all the extra stuff. I don't know. I go back and forth too.
Yeah. So I only do the like book only subscription for like all my subscription box things. I don't know. I mostly keep it because it gives me early access to the like special editions when it's like not just from the box. It's like the buy whatever this thing is special edition.
That's a sweet perk.
Yeah. So
you're like just subscribed to Fairy Loot then?
Yeah. Them and Illumicrate. Those are my two vices.
Nice. My 2 vices. On your TBR for this month. Nice. Scared to touch it. I feel you there. It's just too pretty. Super interested to watch the stream all the way on the East Coast. Yeah, that would make it hard. That's a better excuse than I have. to
Yeah, I'm hoping there's something, or I'll have someone video it. I don't know. There's probably rules about that. I don't know.
Or I'll just have you give me the play-by-play after, like relive the experience with Ashley Herring Blake.
The most important part.
You should just personally live stream it to me on your phone in your pocket. What could go wrong?
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong with that?
Nothing. I don't even think I've heard of this book box.
Oh, it is the Illumicrate does a like romance, because mostly what Illumicrate does is fantasy, and then they have a separate one for romance. I also have like contemplating canceling mine because I haven't really been that impressed with their redesigns of their. I have a couple of them because it's like I have this, which I love, but it like they don't really change the cover or anything. Yeah.
Sure.
The one things that I did get were my copies of Kiss Quotient that are just so pretty.
You've got those. I'm so jealous. Those are so pretty.
Yeah, these ones were through Illumicrate or through the Afterlight box. So
okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about anything on special edition.
It's for the best.
There's a couple that will like find me divinely somehow, just comes across my Instagram feed or whatever, and I purchase them. And it's probably for the best that I don't see more of them, because I would buy more of them. I have no control.
Me neither.
My collection is not nearly as extensive as yours is. That's one of my favorite videos that you've done, is like all of your, was it all your special editions or all your signed editions?
I did all my special editions.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah,
perfect.
Thanks.
Very impressive.
Impressive or a problem? We'll see.
We can do both. Two things can be true at once.
True.
Fancy enough to require tickets.
Oh,
I guess.
Good to know. Well, I know that all of them require tickets. Some of them are like free. You just have to like RSVP because they can't fit everyone into the hall. And then some of them cost like $5. I don't think mine is a $5 one. Or it might be. I actually have no idea.
That's so funny. You're like, I'm just gonna show up and perform.
I really am. No, I'll have questions prepared for everyone. I'll do my job.
Can you share like one question? Perhaps?
Like one of the main conversation topics is going to be just what is like the difference. So I'll explain the whole panel. So the panel it's called Love at Any Age. And it is all four authors write both either YA middle grade and adult romance. So the main kind of topic of conversation is finding that balance, being okay, how do you write for this specific audience? And just exploring that, because that can definitely be a challenge, finding when you're writing adult, you have the spice and you can swear versus in the YA, you have to write for teenagers, which is a very different style of writing.
Yeah. Huh. So these are authors that write for both audiences, or just okay.
Yeah, for both audiences. So it's Ashley Herring Blake, who has done, of course, Delilah Green and Astra Parker, but then she also wrote before this, she wrote YA / it's like middle grade YA kind of, which is a couple books. Yeah, which is pretty cool. I don't think a lot of people know about her YA ones, but all of those are also queer, which are cool. And then we have, who else is Amelie Howard, who does historical. She just came out with her first young adult. And then Alyssa Sussman, who started in YA as well, and then now writes adult.
I
And
just read her Funny You Should Ask, and it's like one of my favorites of the year so far.
It's so good.
Oh my God. I'm so excited for the next one. It comes out in August, I think. I'm like, have it pre-ordered. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I think it actually comes out in June. I have...
That's the best news ever. Why was I thinking August? Wow. Tell me how.
I will for sure.
Oh my God. That's so cool. I didn't realize she was going to be there too.
Yeah. She's great. Love her. Yeah, she wrote YA and it's now writing adult. And then Maisie Eddings, which has a YA coming out in August. I think her YA comes out in August. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's so cool.
Oh. Yeah. So it's a fun little thing.
Nice. Look at you, just getting all in the romance community.
Just a gal talking about romances.
I love it so much. Are you on your, okay, because I know I also associate Katherine. I'm adding a third bubble to the Venn diagram with monster romance. So
yes.
I know that's like your thing, but now you're like in your Lisa Kleypas historical moment. Is it just like everything, or do you kind of go through phases?
I mean, I do go through phases because I'm a mood reader. I don't know about you, but I cannot actually commit to a TBR.
No, I think I can. I haven't learned. I continue to make TBRs and never follow them. So.
Oh, 100% same. I'll be like, I'll read all these books, and then suddenly I'm reading 14 Lisa Kleypas books, and I'm like, I don't know how this happened.
14 is so funny. What's the time frame that you've read 14 of those?
Well, so it was like 2 weeks. It was basically a book a day, and they were on audiobook. So it's basically I would pop it in on my drive to work, which is like an hour, and then I'd listen to a little bit on my lunch, and then I'd listen to it on my way home from work, which is like hour and a half. And then I got really into this like cat cafe game on my phone.
Okay.
And so I just play that and like listen to it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And that's why no YouTube videos have come out for about 2 weeks as well.
Hey, I feel you there. I feel you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're just banking up all this content you could make. It's going to be like, I read 25 Lisa Kleypas books while I played.
Yeah, here's how I rank them. Something like that.
Tier ranking Lisa Kleypas.
Absolutely. That's going to be...
Or like all the step backs. I'm just imagining the Katherine content.
Oh, I'm currently on my journey to find all of her all the books with her step backs, because like she has some old school ones. She has ones from like the 80s, and they're good. I'm very into those.
Oh, I love it. It. My monster romance guru. She leads.
Thank you.
If you were gonna recommend monster romance to a complete, total monster romance newbie, what would be like the top 3 recs?
I mean, I feel like you do have to kind of ease into it. I feel like Ice Planet Barbarian. I was actually talking about this to one of my coworkers. It was a little bit of a pipeline from like The Cruel Prince, because you've read The Cruel Prince, right?
No. It's like my plan this year. I want to read it, do like a whole vlog about Cruel Prince.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Am I having a stroke? Cruel. Prince. Yeah, no, so that's on my list of things to read and do, but no, I haven't read it.
Well, spoiler alert, Pardon has a tail.
Okay, that's the entry point. Got it.
Yeah, that was like the entry point. And then you have like
Okay.
Akatar where they have the wings.
I did read Akatar, yes.
Yeah. And then I feel like Ice Planet Barbarian was kind of like a jumping off point.
Okay.
In terms of
Okay.
like the monster alien romances. And then I got into gargoyles.
You did.
Yeah. So I'd say like Lillian Lark is very good for the gargoyles. Who else? Gillian Graves. She wrote Titan, a gargoyle daddy dom romance.
I was just gonna ask you, like, how do you say these with the straight face? Like, recommend people these books, but you don't.
I don't. I don't. I will. We have a worksheet at the store of like anytime we want to recommend our boss to like buy books for the store. And I just keep on putting monster romances, thinking one day she'll stop me, and she hasn't yet.
Oh my god, she just bites on it every time, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
we'll stock this.
She's like, we're selling them, and I'm like, I single-handedly am selling them.
I was gonna say, so then do you push them in the store?
Yeah. Every time someone's like, yeah, I like fantasy, I liked Akatar, I'm like, how open are you?
Oh my, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're like, look, I can move some product.
Like, I can do this.
Oh my
if
god,
you provide the product, I will sell it.
I love it. Okay, so the gargoyles, the barbarians,
the aliens. I mean, orcs are pretty good. Who was it that wrote it? I'm blanking on like name. Ruby Dixon also wrote a orc romance. That's pretty good.
Orcs.
Yeah. Oh, our most recent one for Classic Literature Book Club was A Soul to Keep. And there were some surprise tentacles with that. So that was fun.
And I was not upset. Amazing.
It just like I wasn't expecting it either. So it was a surprise for all of us.
Surprise. Like now I'm interested. Like now you got the FOMO going.
You should read it. I'm go
I just might. I was thinking like maybe I should do like reading all at once, like marathoning a bunch of the books you guys have read for classic literature, and then going back and watching your live shows. Because it's like I always want to be there and like it just seems like it's so much fun, and then I just am like never actually reading it. So it'd be my way of like catching up and being like, look, guys, I can read smutty romance.
It's a good time over there. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't even read any of the books that we're reading. They just will hang out, which is fun. Awesome. I know you're often over there, so
right. Which is so funny because when you guys are doing these sprints, it's like the idea, right, is to like read it live together. So I'll be reading whatever else, complete opposite book from book club, but it'll be like, okay, everyone. So in that scene, we had surprise tentacles, and I'm always like, you guys are wild.
Well, it's like it depends on who's picking it out too, because like sometimes there'll be like random like blood, and you're just like, what is happening? I don't know.
Where can people go while I'm thinking of it? If they're like, what's classic literature? Where, like, sign me up for that. Where do you like send people for that?
Oh gosh. I mean, mostly our Instagrams is where we keep people up to date, but also the Roomies Digest do have a channel on their Discord specifically for classic literature. So that's where we get some of our like recommendations, and like people will talk about it there. So yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Because I know there's a bunch of you. I'm always like, who's holding the baby? Like, where does it live?
The Roomies are the only ones who are able to focus for long enough.
They're so good at that. Like, I will have an idea and Christina and I'll talk about it, or I'll float it by Monique and it's like, yeah, cool, great. And then they'll text me 2 weeks later and be like, how's that thing coming? I'm like, oh, I have long forgotten about that thing.
They're very much the like, just do it. And I admire them so much for that.
Sometimes that's just like what you need to hear too. It's like, that's a good idea and you should stop feeling weird about it and just make it.
Absolutely.
Not recommending romance.
I haven't read the fingerling romance yet. Yes, those are potatoes. There's a potato shifter romance.
Okay. Would you classify potato romance as monster romance?
Well, so this one, it's described as a shifter romance because they do change from human to potato.
Okay.
Which I would say shifter could be a subgenre of monster. Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe.
I mean, I follow. I just am. I'm like, yeah.
Monster has a lot of, because there's like monster romances, like, you know, gargoyles, orcs, even like some of the alien ones, like Ice Planet Barbarians, where they're like human-like, but not quite human. And then you like start to get into some of the stuff like Kraken or or the not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, the like reptilian stuff or the Minotaur. Yeah.
Crazy. I see.
Yeah. There's different categories.
Did I skip over this? Gargoyle Smut.
It's classic.
The Mead Mishap series is the closest I get to fantasy romance.
That one's good.
What is the deal with Mead Mishap?
That one is by Kimberly Lemming. It's The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon is the first book.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I've been interested in those. They seem like spicier legends and lattes.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. They're like cozy, but with like more stakes than legends and lattes.
Okay. I would probably be down for that.
I call it like a rom-com fantasy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Assault Keep had surprisingly solid world building.
It really did. I wasn't expecting that. Because there's sometimes with the like monster ones, it's like, it's just smut. And then other times you're like, this has like, this is kind of a heist. And like, there's more to this. Yeah.
You're like low-key selling me on this right now.
I'm going to get you to do a monster romance vlog.
I really will. There's so many vlogs I want to do. And then I have happened before where I'll just like throw everything out the window because mood reader / YouTube creator is like, I want to do this instead. Forget all my plans.
Yeah.
So monster romance vlog could very easily happen.
Could be a thing.
I'm always in sprints and I've only read 3 of the books. 2 were Catherine's picks. Nice. Hello, Cami. You came in at a very fun time.
Cami is another monster romance girly.
Yes. We might have a buddy read for A Soul to Heal. There's a sequel.
Yeah. Oh, there's 3.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I see. Don't even test me because I will read this simply for the meme and the brand. At this point.
Please do.
I saw a TikTok the other day. I can't believe I didn't save it because now it's gone forever. This is me putting it back into the algorithm. But a TikTok for a Shrek retelling smutty romance.
I got you. I have it saved. I'll send it to you.
Because I saw it and was like, no way is this real. And then like hours later, I'm like, no, I have to read that. Just for the meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I very much saved it, so I got you.
Oh, good. Great.
Perfect. Never doubt.
What got me about that TikTok was like I am like so like hee hee ha ha about like Shrek. Like I do love Shrek, but I love Shrek as like the meme. And the TikTok was like, I have always had a crush on Shrek, so I wrote a Shrek romance. And I was like, love that for you, bestie, but that's really not my truth. But I will read it.
I love that so much.
I know. It was very, very funny.
Oh.
I can't wait to send the link to this live show conversation with the potato chaser romance. Yes. There is a lid for every pot, truly. And a smutty book for every kind. I see the Mead Mishap series as cozy smut. Cozy smut.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some great highlights in my Kindle from that one. There's some good stuff.
I need to use that feature more. I love reading on my Kindle and seeing other people's highlights where it's like 600 people highlighted this. And I'm always like, nice. And then I just keep going with my life. Like I could just highlight and have my own little collection.
But it's fun. My favorite is when I'll be reading like one for classic literature and it'll be something like 5,000 people have highlighted this and it's just smut. And I'm like, y'all.
I respect
we can
that,
all
see. That's one thing I really love about like romance readers, especially like monster romance readers, is like the complete and utter like lack of any type of shame around how like sex positive it really is. It's just like so confident, like talking about everything that goes down, likes and dislikes, kinks, etc. is like just so like bold and out there that I think also like other communities of readers are sometimes scandalized when they like stumble into like a romance conversation or whatever and they're like, oh my gosh, we're using those words, we're talking about these preferences. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I love about especially like monster romances is it's like a lot of the times it is very like consensual and they will be like very respectful and they have their like that it just is a very like almost happy, safe environment.
Right.
And people don't really expect that from like monsters.
Right.
And then I also love that, like, because I follow a ton of monster romance authors on Instagram, and I'll just be scrolling through and they will post anything. They'll post whatever. They have no shame.
I respect that so much. Like
I do
just, like lay it out on the table. Like this is what I write about and publish about and market myself about writing about. I'll post whatever. I love it.
Yeah, no, I'll be scrolling through and I'll just like come across some art. I'll be like, whoop, I'm at work right now.
Oh, I love it.
So good.
I think I missed the window to get the Kimberly Lemming books with OG covers. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're getting a redesign. I'm very interested to see what the redesign will end up being because her original covers are super cute. Have you seen them?
I think I like have a vague idea in my head, but have they announced what the redesign covers are?
They haven't announced what the redesign is yet. But yeah, it should be cool. From what I heard, it's going to be very like kind of the trend right now has been those like monster romances with like the classic like historical clinch covers. So I heard it's gonna kind of shift towards that, which I think will be neat.
Fun. I love it. I love a good redesign as long as it's actually better than the original.
I mean, it's hard to get better than this one because these ones are cute and she like painted them herself, which is neat.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Also such a flex. It's like, I'll write it, I'll publish it, and I'll be so extra in my cover art.
Yeah, no, because it's like, here, wait, I'll flex my copies.
Yes, please.
On hand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that. That's like originally
that's a style of hers. Yeah. They're cute.
That's so fun. Oh, monster romance vlog. Yes, monster romance vlog.
Monster romance vlog.
Oh, what have I done? That's my romance. I'm telling you, there's no way it's actually called Get in My Swamp.
That's actually what it's called, yeah.
Maybe, like, was this satire? You know, like, is it called Get in My Swamp? And is it actually hilarious?
I feel
or does it
like
take itself so seriously?
I feel like it's a combination of both because
Okay.
from what I know, I think the names are even just like plays on like Shrek. Like I think his name is I'm looking this up right now. Here it is. Oh, what a great cover too. Oh, so her name is Leona.
Okay.
Supposed to Fiona.
Of
And
course.
his name is Beck.
Beck and Leona.
Beck and Leona.
Got it. Makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, hey, buddy. We were just
Hi.
talking about you.
We really were. All good things. All good things.
All good things. Squishy on the inside monster.
Yes, I love it because it's like these like big kind of typically scary creatures, and then they like are just so soft and like they always are like total like just in love with their like human that they fall for, and it's just so good.
What is the particular monster that came to mind first? Squishy on the inside.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to think of a really good one. I would say, I mean, definitely Orpheus, who was a soul to keep, is the monster in that. Yeah, Orpheus is a good one. I would say definitely like basically all of the Ice Planet barbarians are like that, where they're just like, I will take care of you, human, and I love you so much. And I'm just like, so cute.
I am gonna have to read those. That will be in the vlog if I ever do this dang vlog. I got the bind up for Ice Planets like so long ago, at least over a year ago. Told Christine I would read them and then just didn't do it. So those I have on Kindle, just waiting for me.
Luckily, they're really short, so
no, that's what I keep hearing. I could probably just blast through all of them super quick.
Yeah.
Disney's Gargoyles made me a monster fucker. That's should be a t-shirt.
It really is, because there's several gargoyle romances that even have that like in the dedication. They're like, this is for anyone who watched Disney's gargoyles and felt things.
Oh, that's
like, I love that.
Love those covers. Yeah, like so many like indie covers I just like do nothing for me, and those are so cute. And I love that like the extra effort that went into them.
Yeah. I do love because I have like the original Ice Planet covers, and they're so bad, but they're so good.
Yeah, I know. There's like yeah, like those dogs that are like so ugly they're cute. Like that's how I feel about those original covers. It's like charming, like so bad that I love them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Disney's Gargoyles is what inspired Deceived by the Gargoyles. No way.
It did. Yeah, that's the one by Lillian Lark, which is great. It also inspired Titan, a Gargoyle Daddy Tom romance. Every time I say that title, I just kind of giggle to myself.
You made it pretty far that time. You did pretty good.
Thank you. This is the first time I like actually said it out loud. I was like, Titan. I was like, I have to say this complete title, don't I?
How does it go when you're trying to like recommend people like customers like books like that? Do you have to like suss it out?
You do have to kind of suss it out. You have to be like, okay, what are the vibes? And sometimes I can be like, have you ever read a monster romance? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, have you read like Ice Planet Barbarian? They'll be like, oh yeah, I read those. And be like, okay, well, think about that. And then also take this Mothman book. So
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's an art.
Yeah, it's really like you gotta you lead with the like you're like, okay, so hear me out, hear me out. He's a Minotaur. But he also is very like caring and sweet, and they like comfort each, it has like hurt comfort vibes to it, and they'll be like, ooh. So you gotta like reel them in with those tropes.
You got your pitch down.
Yeah.
Gotta keep moving those monster books.
A Soul to Keep, I'm like, yeah, it's like it's Beauty and the Beast type vibes, but like she actually, you know, is with the beast.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's like enough there. Like that is the pitch.
Yeah, that basically is.
Oh man, not alone there. High five. Yes. Yeah. What's the last non-romance book that you read?
I read a couple like historical mysteries, which were fun. I read the like Lady Sherlock series by Sherry Thomas. Those were a good time. And there's another one called Dead Dead Girls by I'm so bad at authors' names. I was trying to see if I could see it. It's another one, but it's like set in like the Harlem Renaissance time period, which is really cool. So I read those. I read I think that's kind of it in terms of non-romance. I'm trying to think when the last like, because I do really want to read more of my fantasy books, but I haven't really gotten to a lot of them. So, yeah.
I gotcha. What's the best of the 14 Lisa Kleypas books?
Ooh, hey,
with the ranking.
I gotta start off. I mean, the last one I read was really fun. It was called Devil in Spring. It is part of her Ravenel series, and she has like multiple series, but they'll be interconnected. So like the very first one that I read was the Wallflower series. So this one, the Ravenel's Devil in Spring, is about the son of the couple from one of the couples in like the Wallflower series, which is really fun. That one was really good.
Fun. I love that it's all connected. You're like, it's the cousin of the neighbor.
Yeah. No, it's like they're all super connected. Like you start off with the Wallflowers, and then you get to the Hathaways, and that one is connected to the Wallflowers because like one of the guys runs like the gaming hall with one of the guys from the Wallflowers, and then you get to the Ravenels, and those are like the next generation. So yeah.
Dang. You were convincing me to read single-handedly in this hour. Monster romance and historical romance.
Like, if you ever need help starting historic, it's almost like this is my job.
Oh my gosh. Sid's here. Hello.
Hi, Sid.
Set a reminder and didn't hear it. We've all been there.
Yeah.
All been there. Oh man. Do you have any big reading goals for the year or the first half of the year?
I mean, one of my reading goals was to, I kind of have two. One is to get more into fantasy, and that like leads into my goal of like reading more of my like owned TBR.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of that, trying to get through all the books that I currently own. Oh, I actually now just remembered I did read Daughters of Sparta.
And
so good. It's
so good.
Oh my god. Literally obsessed.
Yeah.
Have you read Shadows of Perseus yet?
No. Someone just put that in their book club for like last month, and I probably missed the live show after I was like, I'm gonna be there. That's the story of my life. But yeah, that was like one of my most anticipated releases this year, and I have yet to still read it. But
I know. I was like very much in like I'm gonna read all these Greek mythology retellings and things like that. I also got the Odyssey.
Oh, did you really? Like
Yeah.
the Odyssey? Okay.
I haven't actually read the Odyssey yet.
I don't think I have either. I just read.
Yeah, I got
else.
this really cool edition that it's the first English translation by a woman. And it's written in iambic pentameter.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is so great. Is it originally written in iambic pentameter, or that translation?
It's not. The translation is. Yeah.
Wow, that's like so extra, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm like, I love this. And she's coming out with, it's Emily Wilson. She's coming out with the Iliad this year in iambic pentameter. Yeah.
I'm obsessed. That's like, hold my beer.
Translation. Like, watch me.
Also, thank you for reminding me. This is the book club, and the live show is April 25th. So perfect. I will read it.
Here we go. Oh my gosh! Wait, we actually have time to read it.
I know. This is more time than I give myself in my own book club. So it's gonna happen. That's and I've heard great things about it so far as far as the sequel goes. So I have high hopes that it will deliver.
I'm excited.
I know. I'm so glad that you loved it. That book is like so underrated. I love it so much.
The ending just like it messed me up, man.
Yeah. When I finished that book, I think Wes wasn't home. He must have been like at his friend's house or something. And I like binged the rest of the book like silently in my house, and then finished it, was sobbing. Just like, you know, when you just finish a book and you're like staring at the wall in silence.
Yeah.
And I like posted a story on Instagram of me just staring at the wall, being like, I just finished this book, but I didn't say what book it was. Posted it on Instagram, and then like threw my phone across the room and went to bed. And I woke up the next day to like all these messages being like, what book, you dumbass? What book are you talking about? What did this to you? And I had to be like, oh, guys, by the way.
I remember you posted a vlog about that. And it was like, because I got like an arc of it before it'd come out, and I just hadn't read it or reviewed it yet.
Yeah.
And you posted that. I was like, I gotta finally get into it. And yeah, I'd like a similar thing. I like finished it, and I was like in my living room sitting on like one of the chairs, and I was just like, what?
She did that. Like,
yeah,
she wrote that.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
So good.
So good. I had an arc too. So I had absolutely zero expectations and then was blown away.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the best feeling. It's like it happens so rarely now that I read a book without knowing anything and knowing no hype. It was like such a delight to have that.
It is very nice finding books that like, because I do you read the synopsis of books before you get into them?
No.
Me neither.
I was about to say, of course I do. And then I'm like, When do I ever do that? The only time I do that is if I'm like filming something and I don't know what a book is about and I'm like trying to read the synopsis and I can't focus long enough to be like read it and then summarize it. So I end up just going, yeah, it's about Katherine. Yeah, should probably get
Yeah, I'm like, I'll read like the tagline at the top and I'll be like, that's good enough for me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Cool.
I got the arc for Lilith and I'm so excited. Not a Greek or Roman retelling, but still a mythology retelling.
You good?
I can read. Oh, I hope you love it because we know I also love a mythology retelling. I didn't have to read the Iliad and the Odyssey. No, I read one and not the other back in my day. Only read the Iliad.
I don't think we like read it in its entirety. I think we read like passages from it. And then like the Iliad, I was an ASM on a production of it. So I didn't read it. I was going to. I didn't.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
I finished my book club pick an hour before the live show today. See, it's an energy.
There's something about finishing it and then like coming in with your like immediate thoughts. That's just
you know what it is it's like my version of like an adrenaline high. I'm like, ooh, ooh, what a rush. I just barely finished it. Why do I do this to myself?
I don't know. I also run one of the book clubs at the store. And I it was last Sunday. I was literally in the middle of my Lisa Kleypas binge. And I realized that my book club was the next day. It was like, I have to read this book. So I did just like put it on 2x speed audiobook.
Yeah. Been there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh man, what a time we live in.
It's great.
Also just got approved for Lilith. Guys, I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Update. Shadow of Perseus book club on the 23rd.
Oh, I can't go then.
Oh, boo. Oh yeah,
I'll be at the Festival of Books.
Loser. We'll be at book club. This is perfect because this just cured my Festival of Books FOMO. So
there you go. Yeah.
I can't go. I'm booked that weekend.
Can't go. Too booked.
Oh man. Dates are hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. It is. It's like this is how I get my kicks, I guess, is being stressed for my own book club. No reason.
Why not?
This is also the story of my life. It's like I do my best work when I procrastinated.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. And then I just go into like extreme focus mode in the final hour.
Yeah.
And everything works out, so I never learn my lesson.
Yeah, I really need to like fail one of these days. So
I know, like that's what it's gonna take. Is it's gonna have to be like a big catastrophe, and maybe I'll finally have self-reflection and realize, this could have been avoided. But alas, alas, I'm an adrenaline junkie for finishing it right on time. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have, before we go, do you have any upcoming stuff, any upcoming content that you want to tease or talk about?
God, that would mean I'd have to actually plan things. It is one of my goals to get back into vlogging again. So it is my hope that in the next like couple weeks, I start uploading, if not weekly, maybe bi-weekly vlogs. So that's what's coming to the YouTubes. And then I've also been trying to up my like Instagram game. So
Nice.
that's kind of where I hang out most regularly. If not posting on my feed, then just posting shenanigans in my stories.
Yeah, same. It's like, for better or for worse, I'm always in my damn Instagram stories.
Yeah. I forget that like the feed exists, and I will just post in my stories.
Yes. Relatable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
oh yes, this is a good thing. Silly Goose Book Club, not this Wednesday, probably towards the end of the month for, what did we just read that I haven't read, obviously? It was another Greek retelling book. Starts with a P. Phaedra, a PH.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, the date is not set. I was just talking with our co-host, the Magic Cat, and her schedule is pretty busy the beginning of the month. So we're shooting for like end of the month, not necessarily Wednesday, but I'll keep you updated. So thanks for reminding me, because usually this
I
would be
love
the week.
Kat.
I know,
so
I'm so
exciting
excited
that you're doing it with Kat. I love her
I'm
so much.
so stoked, like a fellow mythology gal. So that should be a fun time.
Yeah,
Yes.
we bonded because of the Grishaverse.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
Because we kept running into each other at events, and we're like, let's be friends now.
Let's be friends. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, just my gut tells me that this is the silly goose emoji. I'm just gonna pretend that it is.
I love the boxes though.
I know. That's just like question mark? Silly goose, probably. Wow. Thank you for hanging out with me for Monday happy hour. What a good time.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. I love when I get to just talk at people about monster romances and whatever random thing I'm binging.
Yes. Yeah, please. You are welcome anytime. Confirmed. It was the silly goose emoji.
Good. There it is.
I believe all of your links are in the description also. Please go give Katherine some love. Follow her everywhere. Spam her with comments and emojis, etc. And you can find me hopefully in a video in your subscription box soon. Probably, maybe. I'll let you know. It's fine. We're going through it. It's going to be great.
You're on the same page there.
It's happening. Just like, I don't know.
I'm happy if I get a TBR and a wrap up once a month. Like, if I can get those two things.
I do need to get back into my wrap up game. It's happening. You know, you'll just be surprised when it happens. Okay. All right. I'll see you silly gooses later. Love you. Bye.